everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new around here, my name is Missa. Welcome, that's my Instagram, that's my Twitter. Today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing my makeup collection. Mostly because we're all now stuck inside and we have nothing else to do. Stay in, stay safe, protect the NHS, that's what we all have to do. So I decided to film it after a few requests, and it's going to be in two parts because I was filming for like 2 hours. So when I moved to this flat, I did not bring all my dividers with me. It was an accident. I left them behind. I still haven't got them, and now I can't go and get them, so my makeup is a bit messy. So yeah, if you just want to kick back because you're bored, which you most likely are, then grab a cup of tea or a glass of wine and let us jump into my makeup collection. Enjoy. I think we'll start over here. This is my highlight and blush drawer. Like I said, I don't have my dividers, so everything does look a bit messy. Please forgive it. I know where everything is and I know what I have in my collection, so it's okay for me, you know? So yeah, this is my highlighters, blushes. I think that's it. Let's go through some like favorites, some newer ones, some ones that I don't really use. I've got my self highlighter palette in the store. Usually I have like a drawer for my palettes of like highlights and contours, but because I've been reaching for this so much, I have just like slipped it in this drawer. There's just so many beautiful shades in here, and like the pigment is just unreal on this palette. My swatches were terrible because I'm doing this at a really weird angle. But the highlight in this, I mean, this palette's what, like £8? And if you're like me and you've still not picked it up, well, no, I have picked it up now, but if you've waited for ages, honestly, I would recommend picking it up because it is excellent. This is probably my newest blush. I used it in my Look Fantastic Full Face First Impressions. It's a Georgia Peach Blush by Benefit. It smells so nice. Do you know what it smells like? It smells exactly like Professional. That's what it smells like. It's a really nice blush. It's a bit more sheer. One of my favorites from Benefit has always been Dandelion. This is my mini one. As you can see, it's almost empty. I actually have a backup of that though. What else do I really like in here? You know what I like, but I just never feel like it matches me? It's my Dull Light Like a Diamond. I got this in the Stacey Marie Masterclass like giveaway bag, and like it is so beautiful. And probably one of the most glowy highlights in my entire collection. I just feel like the undertone, there's something about it when I'm wearing it, like my super pale foundations, it doesn't match, and I can't wear it when I'm wearing deeper foundations. Oh, Milani Coral Cove blush, a favourite. I need to repress it. It is dying. My Barry M blush palette, I think this is great. If you like super like peachy, orangey blushes, I really recommend this. Really nice quality as well. I've got a few of these like Coloured Rain Power Collection blush palettes, highlight palettes. I got sent them all and I kept these two. I kept this one for the blushes because I can use like a shimmery blush and a matte blush. Really pretty. And I kept this one because obviously this blush is like insanely too dark for my skin, but the highlight is just so pretty, so I do really like that. I don't reach for it a whole heap just because it's one of those like limited edition ones, but I really like them, and I like Coloured Rain. I like using Coloured Rain because it's just, oh, there's the backup. Coloured Rain's just a good brand. There's my Dandelion backup, thank you Amanda. Full size. Never owned a full size Dandelion because they're so expensive, but I have that. Do you know what? This is really pretty. This is Pixie Highlight Duo. This is in Delicate Dew. And I feel like no one really talks about Pixie highlights that much. I mean, me included, obviously. This is definitely like too dark for my skin. I've used the lighter pink one on a couple of occasions, but it is too dark for me. I need the other like shade range option. I think it's called Subtle Sunrise. That's the one I need, I think. That's lovely. I am actually going to get rid of these Makeup Revolution ones, the glass skin ones that they did. I'm not trying to declutter, but the amount of controversy these caused, wow, I'm over it. I just can't be doing with it, so I'm going to get rid of them. Oh, Mega Honey by Makeup Obsession. I still love this still use it all the time. Look at that glow. That's £3. £3 from the drugstore. Can't go wrong with that. This drawer is so messy. I think I've got quite a few Ofras. Yeah, I've got a fair bunch of Ofras. I've got glazed donut. That's the one I've had the longest. It is lovely. There's just something about Ofra highlights that don't really match my skin tone that well. But they are some of the most highlighty highlights you will ever buy. I probably shouldn't spend 10 minutes on each drawer. That's the Cloud9 one with Nikki Tutorials. That one's got like a real pink glow to it. What is this? Oh yeah, Soho. It's way too dark for me. I actually need to just give that to my niece. Star Island is one that I bought because the other ones are just not quite the right shade. That one is really pretty. I just don't really reach for them. All of the lights. It's like multi-toned. And then actually maybe I've had this one the longest, Pillow Talk, which is the like slightly pinky one. I mean, they're all quite insane, aren't they? Look at Pillow Talk up at the top. They are all so pretty. I just don't know what it is. I just really don't reach for my Ofras. I really like my Zoeva Twilight Hour blush. It's peachy, it's shimmery. Backup of Benefit Cookie. Still not touched it. This will be unbesmirched until I've finished my other one. What other things of note in here? Milani Luminoso blush. Still worth the hype, if you ask me. My Jaclyn Hill loose highlighter. Love this. I talk about it sometimes. I rave about it when I do talk about it. It's just one of those controversial brands, blah blah blah, whatever. Mary Lou is the highlighter, like the BAM. Mary Lou is the highlighter I always take with me if I'm traveling anywhere and want to have makeup. Honestly, I love it. I think it's great, but partly because if it did break, I wouldn't be so upset like than if I broke like another one, if that makes any sense. Really good cheap drugstore one is Wet n Wild. This is Blossom Glow. Suits me really, really well. It's incredible and it's like £3 or less. I've recommended that a lot actually. I need to use that a bit more. I don't really know what else is of note in this drawer. I guess still a favourite blush is my Illamasqua Naked Rose. It's just such a pretty tone. I think you should try that if you haven't. Got my Jeffree Star Snow Globe. I barely ever reach for that, to be honest. It's so full of glitter that it just doesn't even look that nice on me, and I feel like I can pull off glittery face because I love glitter, but no, I don't really reach for it. I've got a few more broken ones at the back there that I need to repress. One that I really like, I just don't know where you can get it, is Jordana Touch of Pink. I would say it's actually very, very, very peach, but it's a gorgeous blush. I just don't reach for it much because I don't know where to buy it anymore. I got that on, oh, what did I get it on? Beauty Bay, I think. I've got my like special little Natasha Denona's Diamond and Glow, and I've got Blush and Glow. I need to use these a bit more because actually, considering they are like, I would say Natasha Denona's like a luxury brand, these little minis are like affordable in terms of, you get two little powders for £16, I think it is. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of other things. I've got ELF, NARS, Iconic London, ABH, Makeup Revolution, Colourpop, Rimmel, Smashbox, and Becca. I've got a lot of blushes and highlights, and this is like one of my favourite drawers, to be honest. Let's stuff these all back in. And like I said, although it does look chaotic, and it is very chaotic, I know what products I own, so I like know what to look out for, if you know what I mean. And then next up is like bronzers. Bronzers, contours, some of my favourite products. Favourites would be Benefit Hoola Light. I spoke about this in my Look Fantastic video as well because it's super pale, does the job real well. Really like that. Also, the Maybelline City bronzer, really, really, really nice. Really nice. Would highly recommend you try that. This is my Benefit Cheek Leaders palette. I need to put this in the next drawer down. That's got my cookie in it that I wear all the time. I don't actually think I've swatched cookie for you. Look at that. Like, what are Benefit playing at? Benefit can't do good highlights. Well, now they can, can't they? It's also got a Hoola and a Gold Rush blush in there. Oh, my Essence contouring palette. Firm fave. Got a couple of Benefit Hoolas, like the normal ones. I really like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but I do feel like it goes on a little strong on me. A really good cheap one are these Makeup Revolution ones. I find them a little sheer and a little glowy, which I really like. I find they're just nice on my skin tone. Well, depending on what shade you get. Oh, and Fenty In the Sun bronzer. That's real nice. I don't really reach for it that much, but it is really nice. It's my Morphe contouring palette. It's nice to go in the next drawer. And my Too Faced Cocoa Contour should be in the next drawer, but because I reach for it so much, it just stays in here. It's easier to reach for, but I will put it in my other drawer. These like 3 get used all the time. Great quality. Smells great as well. My Old Faithful NARS Laguna. Every time I touch it, another bit like chunks off and dies. So I don't really reach for it much, but it was one of my like first super high-end bronzers. Talking of high-end, I've got the Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow. The glowy side, like the highlighter is way too dark for me, but I like the bronzer. And I also have my Hourglass Nude Bronze Light. Looks like this. It's nice. I don't really reach for it that much just because how much can I harp on about a £45 bronzer when I can talk about a £3 bronzer that I think is actually better? It's like a moral thing. I'm like, come on Melissa, don't be ridiculous. Got my Huda, what is that called? Tantor. That one is unused, completely unused. So I must have another one. It appears I don't have another one, so maybe that one's in light. Maybe I'm saving that, I don't know. What else do I really like? Milani, the bronzers are really nice. These are like glowy bronzers, got like little gold bits running through, and I love a shimmery bronze. I've got 2 of those. I really like my ABH bronzer in Rosewood, but again, it's just quite expensive, and I do tend to reach more for drugstore. I would say I do anyway. I'm not sure if you agree. Things just get lost at the back, don't they? Oh, Makeup Revolution Summer of Love bronzer. That's great. Kind of duping the Too Faced one. I'd say the Summer of Love one's probably nicer. My Jouer bronze palette. Treated myself to this when they had a sale on. Probably only reached for it twice, but it is nice. I don't know if I've ever used this Wet n Wild one, Palm Beach Ready, because that's super shimmery. I need to try that. And I discovered this recently and it really impressed me. The e.l.f. St. Lucia. It's supposed to be like a blush and a bronzer, but on me it's like a bronzer and a contour, and I thought this was really good at only £5. Don't really talk about this much, but it is lovely. The Bourjois Matte Illusion bronzer. I'm a bit of a bronzer fanatic, but I would say I have toned down my collection quite a lot. If I could only keep one, I would keep Benefit Hoola Light for sure. Do you know what? I'm just gonna leave these in here just because I do use them all the time. Then this drawer must be, yeah, my palettes. Put this one in here. Contouring is like one of my favourite steps in makeup, so I do really like palettes. Got the NYX ones, the cream and the powder. These are horrifyingly expensive considering that they're drugstore, but they are very good. Oh yeah, I've got Makeup Revolution cream and powder. I don't really rate the cream one. I've only used it once though, so I can't say for sure. ABH cream and powder. What else? Some like high-end ones that I have that I just never reach for. Really, like I never really reached for my Too Faced Natural Face. It's got blushes, kind of bronzes and highlights, but I don't know, it's just not something that I gravitate towards, even though I really wanted it. My Tarte Park Avenue Princess one, just because it is quite dark on me, I can only really get away with like one contour shade in it, and even then I have to mix it with a light one. The packaging is just so stunning though, and I do want to use it more. My Cover FX, I really like this, and I think the quality is phenomenal. The highlights are really pretty. The finishing powder is really pretty. The blush is just gorgeous. But I think just because in my head I've been like, Melissa, you got so many palettes. Stop buying palettes. You don't need them. So I don't know, I just kind of neglect this drawer. Oh, my mini pink cheerleader one. So that's my Dandelion. And then I've got Twinkle Blush and California as well. So really this could probably go in here, and I would put it in my blush drawer, just to try and encourage me to use it more. At the back here I've got all my ABH highlight palettes. That's a Kat Von D blush and highlight palette, and I really like it. This peach blush is outrageous. It's stunning, so I keep it for that really. I could depot it. And then the Dream Glow kit's probably the only one I still use. Like how messy that looks. But these highlights are on another level for ABH. I really, really, really enjoy them. Although, do you know what I probably could use again now is my Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I don't really use it just because it was limited edition. I did use it a lot. But now I could probably just dip into this again and start using it. Let me know. Just because it feels like a bit of a waste. If other people can get it now, I might as well use it. I've got some drugstore ones, like I've got Rimmel, Sleek, Makeup Revolution, that's Urban Decay, my Stila highlight palette that I'm just not too sure about, more Urban Decay, MAC. I mean, you probably remember this packaging. This is from, is this last year or the year before? It is very, very pretty. I need to avoid buying anything like holiday releasey or limited edition because I just find it a little pointless using it on my channel. Just somewhat pointless. I understand a lot of people do buy it and people get really mad at me when I say it's a little pointless, but I just mean like a lot of people didn't get it and can't get it anymore. This is just all like cables and wires and boring stuff, and then at the bottom it's just my spare towels. I'll show you what products I keep in this little basket on the top of my desk. I keep these things here just because I reach for them a lot and I just want them within like easy distance. I've got like most of my moisturizer, so like my Glam Glow Moisture Trip. I absolutely love this moisturizer. Got Florga under there. I've got my Glam Glow eye cream. This is my favourite lip balm at the moment, the NYX Hemp one. Peter Thomas Roth, and my Makeup Revolution ones. My Pixie Cleanser, Glow Tonic Moisturiser. These are like super posh, this brand is anyway. And I've got the Day and the Night Moisturiser. I think I just got them like free in like subscription boxes. My favourite micellar water, which is the SVR, and then that's a B one. That's my brush cleaner for spot cleaning my eyeshadow brushes. I've got all my brushes here. In fact, I washed these the other day, every single one, and they were all lovely and clean. In fact, that video might be up. No, I don't know. I've got a video about how I clean my brushes, and then I'll just show you what's in this case here, and then we'll move on. I've just swiveled this around to make it a little easier to show you. In the top, I just keep all my brow stuff. Brows aren't really something I ever do on camera, just because I find it really boring. I don't really like watching other people do their brows, and it takes me so long. But I've got ABH, a lot of ABH, Benefit, Ico, Makeup Revolution, lots of different brow gels. If I had to give you a recommendation, ABH Dip Brow, Ico Brow Gel, Essence Brow Gel, and a Zoeva, was it 317? Zoeva 317 is the best brow brush you can get. Also, this case is from Amazon or eBay. I've spoken about them a lot. Next drawer down is just like eyelash serums, sharpeners, my mustache razors are at the back, tools like lash glue, tweezers, scissors, that kind of thing. Next door is mascara. I don't really care about mascara because I pretty much always wear false lashes, but got the new ABH one here. I don't think it's that great. I used it in a Patreon live video and it wasn't that great. It was fine. A few like Colourpop coloured ones. Sometimes I do my like lower lashes a bit cooler. And then I need to move you away. My eyeliners. I love colourful eyeliners, like a lot. I've got these Fenty ones, and to be honest, I never ever reach for these because these crack just as much as the NYX ones do on me, but the colours are just so stunning. Colourful liner's great, it's one of the great joys in life, but if they crack, I don't really see the point, and I don't use my NYX ones for that purpose, so for Fenty to do it is really annoying. Just lots of black liners, and then you'll probably know if you watch my videos, I love colourful waterlines. I'd say LA Girl do really good colourful ones. Colourpop. I really like the Colourpop cream gel liners. I think they're really good. Some of them aren't as good as others, is something to note. And they do dry out quite quickly, so you do want to make sure that you have the lid on properly. I've like ruined a few of these by not having the lid on properly, but putting a colourful eyeliner in my waterline is one of my favourite things to do. I really like these Kat Von D cake pencils as well. They're just very pigmented, and I've got a brown one which I really like when I don't want a black waterline, or I've got a Marc Jacobs one. It's not this one. This one here. This is in the shade, what shade is it? Rococo. It's just a really nice brown. Marc Jacobs liners are great. Horrifyingly expensive. The two I've got were actually sent to me. One by a friend, one by a PR company. And in terms of like liquid eyeliners, I do really like the Ofra one. ABH, I like the Bam Schwing. There's it there. I don't like, I have to admit, even though I've got two open, which was a mistake, the Huda liquid liner, I really don't like it. It's got the consistency of like a lash glue. I really love Urban Decay as well. But holy moly if these aren't expensive. Are they worth it? Yeah, kind of. Just so pretty. Yeah, colourful liners are one of like the greatest joys in life, and they can totally change up your look and make everything excellent. Lip liners, I mean lip liners are lip liners. I really like expensive ones like Urban Decay, and I really like cheap ones like Primark. Primark's probably the ones I've got the most of. They're only £1 and they're really good. If you can find colours that you love, I would recommend really stocking up on those. Obviously we can't do that right now, especially with Primark. NYX ones are really good as well. I actually really like the Topshop ones. I've got a couple of Topshop ones. I got them in TK Maxx. They're fabulous. Essence are quite nice, but I really don't like ones that you twist up. I prefer sharpenable lip liners because you can actually get a really good point on them. Yeah, lip liners are another great joy in my makeup life. Sorry, I'm struggling to angle the camera where you can actually see. And then this bottom one here is primers and like lip balms and stuff. So like all my lip balms are at the back. I've got some like scrubs, Colourpop, Wet n Wild. My Dr. Pawpaw lip balms, I really like these. But my favourite is the NYX Hemp one that I showed you. And then I've got like this moisturiser, like this Glam Glow one is my glowy one, which I only ever really use like under foundation or sometimes on its own. But mostly under foundation. I've got my Stila like souffle one that I've used once or twice and thought and hoped I would like it more than I do. My e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer, and then the normal one and the Makeup Revolution one. Smashbox Primerizer. I've only used this a couple of times. Still getting used to it. I've got my Professional, my Becca. I do swear by this Barry and Pixie one. I do feel like it really smooths my pores. And one that used to be a favourite, I just don't know if it's still available, it's the Deciem Hylamide HA Blur. I just felt like this really got rid of my wrinkles underneath my makeup. And then I've got like heaps and heaps of like mini primers at the back. You know, you always get them as like samples and stuff. So I just keep them because I can still like use them in first impressions, can't I? Got the Elf Jelly Pop. I love the packaging, I love the smell. It is really like sticky, so it does feel like it's like holding your makeup in place. And then yeah, like Makeup Revolution, MUA, Makeup Revolution, Benefit. Just a whole heap of primers, and considering I don't really use primer that much, I've got quite a few I feel, and I don't really need that many. These as well are the only brushes I have left because I gave my niece a massive box. I think it filled up 4 brush pots of brushes for her, but I really had to go through and just decide what brushes I actually use, and I feel like I've done quite well. And that is enough brushes for one person, in my humble opinion, anyway. Moving over to the other side of my drawers, this top drawer is where I keep my concealers. You can see my pajamas in the background, I'm sorry. Concealers are very important to me. I love concealers a lot. I swear by concealer. You'll know a bunch of my favourites if you watch my videos, like my Too Faced Born This Way is really, really, really good. Elf Hydrating Camel Concealer. I don't usually love drugstore concealers, but it's so good. Most of my concealers, I will say, are high-end, unless they're like contouring concealers, because I don't mind, because I don't like need coverage from those really. So I've got like Makeup Revolution and MUA and LA Girl and NYX. Like my contouring ones can be like more inexpensive, and I just mean, just for me, like I love a drugstore foundation, but I prefer a high-end concealer. It's just how I am really. What should we talk about? Jeffree Star one. I do really like this. I just don't really reach for it that much. I don't know why. It feels a little obscure in my drawer, even though he is like a really big brand. Got the Makeup Revolution Infinite one. I've tested that in a video. What else? I must say, I do really like my Huda, what is it called, Overachiever Concealer, just because if I've put on a base and concealer and then I'm like, wow, I still look really tired or I can't cover up that spot, this is like industrial strength concealer in my opinion. I've got a few tubes of that. Revlon Candid for priming, yep. My Benefit Cakeless Concealer, I've only tried this once in a video and I need to try it with my favourite like foundation and stuff because I found it quite drying on me. And a few of you actually commented on that video and said that it was quite drying on you as well. There are a lot in here that I don't really reach for that much, like my Iconic London ones, they're fine, they're just nothing really to write home about. I don't really love the Fenty, don't really love my Maybelline Superstay, but I like to have wide options and I like to be able to try something a few times before I'm like, nah, this is terrible and I wouldn't recommend it. What else can we discuss? I've been reaching for my Cover FX one recently and really like it. Not so much under my eyes, but on my face, like for blemishes and things. Do you remember when this used to be my favourite Urban Decay All Nighter? It's still really good. I reached for that the other day and I was like, wow, I shouldn't have stopped. Jouer is fantastic. NARS is alright. Need to try that a bit more. I must say, I do prefer the Soft Matte Complete Concealer from NARS. I think that one's better. And I need to try these again, the Revolution Ultimate Coverage ones. I'm pretty sure I've only used these once in a video. And I don't know if I really reached for them that much since. Don't work as eye primer, I'll tell you that. On me anyway. Still got my Benefit Shy Beam, Dandelion Shy Beam. That looks really nice under my eyes because it's got a pink luminosity to it. Tarte Shape Tape. I never really reach for that. I don't know why, a lot of concealers don't look very complimentary under my eyes whilst they look really, really nice on other people. And then at the back I've got more like primers, so I do have quite a few. P. Louise bases. I don't really reach for them. Nope, they just don't look good on me. And the ABH one is what I use to cut my crease a lot. I think these like colourful P. Louise ones are nice for cutting your crease if you're gonna like immediately put something else on top of it, but on me, and I've discussed it with a lot of people, it just doesn't look that complimentary on like hooded eyes or creasy eyes. This drawer below that we have powders. This drawer is overflowing. I actually don't know how it all fits in here. Favourites, this is easy. Makeup Revolution Skin Finish. Opalescent, if you can get it. This is what dreams are made of, and it's just as good as my Hourglass ambient lighting powders, which I actually don't have anymore because I used them all up. But this is a dupe. I need to keep trying this out. I got this Bare Minerals palette in TK Maxx, and it's got like a glowy powder in it. I do really like the Jeffree Star loose powder. Again, you just don't get that much product in it for how expensive it is, so to me it doesn't feel like very good value. Even though he is high end, so you know you're spending more money on it, when you don't get very much product in it either, it's a little bit naff. But it's a really nice powder. e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, I love that. I've only used this once, so I still need to keep playing with it, but it was really nice. And actually, this is a really nice and really cheap combination. The Makeup Obsession Pure Bake Powder and then the Game Set Matte All Over Powder. That's really nice. I quite often travel with those two because they're very nice together. I keep my Dandelion Twinkle in here, although it's technically a highlighter because it just looks better on me as like an all-over powder. Do you know, since I've discovered the e.l.f. Halo Glow, I've really been neglecting a lot of my other loose powders. Like, I've not reached for my Fenty in ages. I've not reached for my Coty Airspun in ages. So this one's quite new as well to me. The Revlon Candid. The Ciate one's quite nice, but nothing to write home about. And also, I do get quite a lot of questions. The ABH one, I have a few of these now because they did obviously send them all out and I bought one. I don't think this is that nice. It's fine. It's an okay powder, but would I say go and spend that amount of money on it? No, absolutely not. This is so neglected. My Laura Mercier is at the very back. I need to bring that forward. What else do we love in here? Oh, there's my other Makeup Revolution Skin Finish. MAC Studio Fix, I really like. I like a pressed powder that offers coverage, so I really like the Studio Fix. I like the Kat Von D one, although it's what Kat Von D Vegan Beauty now, because it gives me a bit of coverage. Also the Too Faced Born This Way pressed one, because it gives you coverage. The Huda one is nice, I do like it, and I really like the Maybelline Fit Me, but that is too dark for me. And I've still not even used my Stila in the buff one. This is a spray powder, like you spray it out of this nozzle, which is really weird, and I think it's just like a gimmicky packaging, but I mean, it's kind of fun. Yeah, so I mean, I really like powder, loose, set, baked, translucent, glowy. Powders are like one of my favourite products because I like and I need to set my makeup in place. Yeah, the e.l.f. Halo Glow though and my Makeup Revolution ones are definitely my favourites. Back of my hand just looks so joyful. What is this? Oh, foundations are next. If you see my pink fluffy pajamas, just ignore me. Foundation drawer. So this is my like most used foundations, and it goes all the way to the very back of the drawer. I actually have a divider in here. It's from Etsy, but I wouldn't really recommend it just because I can't fit all my foundations in one drawer now, and it's really annoying. But I have the Conceal and Hydrate range from Makeup Revolution. I've got the Conceal and Define. What ones do I really love? NARS, I really like that one. The Radiant, Natural Radiant Longwear is beautiful. I love the ABH foundation. I was hoping I would like it, and I was not disappointed. I wear that all the time. I do have a lot of drugstore and a lot of high-end foundations because I do find that I love a lot from like high-end drugstore. Maybelline Super Stay, there's one at the back here that's really annoying. The Jouer is one that I don't understand yet, and it's because I haven't found my perfect shade, so I struggle to even play with it because the shades are so off. I've got 3 of these and none of them match me, but the coverage is insane. This Cover FX one's really nice, and I never really reach for it probably because it's back here. And actually, where is it? The Cover FX custom cover drops are great if you do need to deepen or lighten your foundation. They do offer a bit more coverage, which I really like. I've got so much Makeup Revolution, like all of these are Makeup Revolution. I've got the matte base, I've got 4 of those somehow, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. The foundation drops from Makeup Revolution Pro. The camouflage foundation. I think I've got every Makeup Revolution foundation. I'm pretty sure. Juvia's Place. Got the Maybelline. Where is that gone? The like Dream Urban cover. But I never really reached for that. Oh, an old favourite is my Clinique Beyond Perfecting. I've got down the side here, because they don't stand up in my drawer, the Urban Decay Naked one. That was quite nice. I used that in a Patreon video recently and it did look really good. Bougie ones, I've got a couple of like Natasha Denona's. Got my Luminous Silk, which I never reached for, just because there is a large part of me that's like, Melissa, don't use too many expensive things on your channel. But maybe I'll just do like a dedicated expensive video so I can use these things and still like talk about it, you know? What else? Oh, Catrice Liquid HD. That was in a very recent favourites video. It's so nice. One that I don't see a lot of people talk about, but it's really lovely, is the Wonder 2 foundation. I really enjoy that. I've got a bunch of like L'Oreal. That's the Pro Glow, the 24-hour Infallible. 24-hour Infallible, but I think that's a different formula. I don't know. I've got a lot of foundation. In fact, where is it? I keep this bag in my drawer just because they don't fit in here. I've just got a bunch more foundations here that don't fit, like Stila, Makeup Forever, L'Oreal, Too Faced, MUA, got Becca, It Cosmetics, Fenty, things like that in here. I've got a couple in here that I hate, but I'm saving those for a makeup I hate video. Honestly, because I'm really good at decluttering makeup, I really struggle to ever film that because I get rid of makeup that I hate. And I need to stop so I can actually do a full face. And then this drawer below it is like very random stuff. Well, not look at it, and the one below it is very random stuff as well. And I just feel like you don't need to see in them, you know? Messy, very messy, and not the good kind of messy. These are my backdrop boxes. These are from her clutter box. They're really expensive, like in my opinion. They're from Ireland though, and they are really lovely drawers to have. And they come with dividers. I've actually taken all my dividers out, but they are very nice quality. I do really like them. I might just hold you for this part just because it will be easier to show you, because I don't really have anything to balance you on. Most of it is lip products, but I also have like a few drawers of like my glittery stuff. So like this top one, for example, this is all like lip glosses at the front, or like weird colour lipsticks. Like if I move these, you know, like blues and greens and blacks and things that I don't reach for that much, but I don't want to get rid of in case I ever do reach for them. My MAC collection, I've got some Charlotte Tilbury's. I really like my Charlotte Tilbury's. I just feel ever so posh when I put them on. This is Karina's Love. It's a lovely matte red. And then this drawer here is nudes. Favorites would be Dose of Colours Sand. This here, I love ABH Milkshake. Is that Milkshake? Yes, because it's so pale. Too pale for a lot of people. Lottie London Slate is really nice. You might be too bright actually to even see anything. Jeffree Star I'm Nude is great. I mean, these get very messy and very like, I try and keep them clean and then they just look terrible. Another really pale one I like is Makeup Revolution Raw. It's just very pale. Let me swatch my like pale ones for you. I guess these don't look super pale against my wrist, but honestly when they're on my lips they're so pale. Top one is Makeup Revolution Raw, then it's Milkshake, Jeffree Star I'm Nude, Maybelline 710, and Maybelline, what was that last one? Oh no, so the first Maybelline was 981 and then it's 710. 710 being like the palest one I've got. So I really like a really pale nude lip. I just find that it complements my skin tone so well, and especially when I'm doing like super bold eye looks. Sometimes I just want my lips to almost like disappear, but I can't not put something on. And then pinks, Pink is a great passion of mine. I love pink. I don't want to get rid of any of these. Don't want to get rid of any makeup really. I feel like I'm at a good place. I love Too Faced It's Happening is gorgeous, as is 1998. Talk is Chic is more like a burgundy pink, but I'd say like a raspberry pink. We've got a few Jeffree Star ones. These are the Shane Dawson ones. They will be in my video that I did that first impression on. Oh, my Maybelline Super Stays. I wear pink quite a lot, so you'll have seen a lot of these pinks on me. Oh, Huda Beauty Bachelorette is stunning. I have to swatch this. Like, it's all snapped off in the tube, but look at that gorgeous colour. I love pink on me. I do think it really suits me. Do you know how busy it is outside, considering today is the first day of lockdown? And it is really baffling me. I don't understand. And actually, both of these bottom ones are reds. I love a red lip. Love a red lip. Fenty, Uncensored, probably get the most compliments on this. I really like the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star one called Are You Filming? I wear that quite a lot recently. Or Checkmate, but that's quite an old one. Huda, the liquid ones in Heartbreaker, really beautiful. Got a bunch of like ABH reds and purples at the back. This L'Oreal one, I did a first impression on it recently, and it's probably one of the most comfortable formulas in this whole collection. I've just got a heap of the Super Stays just because they do stay on, they never go anywhere. That's those ones. I could probably get rid of like 75% of my reds just because I have so many reds, but I like having the option. This one's gorgeous as well. Huda Spring Break. I really like the Huda matte lipsticks, but I don't really reach for matte lipstick that much. Oh, Colourpop Rouge is really nice. Jouer. What else? Got this like metallic Smashbox one. I love Colourpop, but holy macaroni if they're not really expensive to get. I've got the Tweely Glitter Switch. I've never tried that, I don't think. So yeah, that's my lips. I feel like I'm at a good place. I could probably get rid of a bunch. Yeah, I could probably get rid of like half, but why? When I do use them a lot. I do, trust me. And then these top three drawers are pretty nice, pretty somewhat exciting, because they're all glitters. Look, oh, glitters. Joyful, happy, glittery places. The lighting's really weird in here today. This drawer is like coloured liners. So I've got like a bunch of these Revolution Pro ones. They're all covered in different glitters and pigments, because this drawer like always explodes. Like glitter adhesives, like single eyeshadows, like Gypsy, I think that's, what brand is that? Gypsy Shrine? No, I know what the brand is. Peaches and Cream, I think. I can't put my finger on it. How embarrassing. Pigments and things. I don't reach for this drawer as much. Probably the next two up that I reached for a lot. I've got like Moondust, the sleek like liquid liners. This one's very pretty. When I moved, a lot of my glitters and pigments like smashed and opened up and went on everything, so that's why this drawer's a bit messy. That's my Dose of Colours Teal Me More. I've spoken about it a lot. Let's swatch it, will we? These little shadows are very expensive, but I mean, you know that's like one of my favourite colours in the world. It's like blue, purple, duochrome. It's just so beautiful. Look at it. But that little single sent me back like £16, which is why I've only got one of them, because holy macaroni, that's too expensive. You can buy really good palettes for the price of like one. Got a wee Inglot liner, that's not it. I do have one in here somewhere. How embarrassing. There it is there at the back. I've got a Suva Beauty one. I never reach for it because it cracks on me. Don't see the point. If it cracks, I don't care. Then I've got more liquid liners and glitters. I've got all of the OPV glitters. Not this last one, but all these four. Oh. I've got all of them. I have all of the Glam crystals. I need to swatch some of these for you just so you can see how good these are and how cheap they are. plus swatching is just fun, isn't it? Look at those magnificent swatches. My pink and my green down here are like really running out. Glitter out of focus is just so stunning, isn't it? But yeah, they're like $2.99 each and great. And then I also really love my LA Splash Lumos liners. On one end you get a black and on the other end you get like a glittery topper. I just swatched these down here. I love these so much. What else have I got? Well, these Pixie glitters are really pretty. Above that I have my, I guess ones I use more often, like all my Urban Decay heavy metals. These are my favourite because the brush is so tiny. I've got some of the chunkier ones as well. These are really cool. I think they were limited edition. I'm not sure. I'll swatch them anyway just because they're so fun. They're like a really thick gel, chunky beautifulness. That top one's Distortion. Isn't it gorgeous? I don't really reach for them that much just because they are limited edition, I think. And even if they're not, they are a little, they're not tricky, they are just messy. And taking off really heavy glitter like this is like a big pain in the bum. I'm very proud of my Stila collection. I've been working on this for a long time and I've got a lot of minis and a lot of full sizes. I buy them all myself and I just adore them, and it's a collection that takes a long time to build up because they're so expensive. I'll swatch some of my favourites and then you won't be surprised by like my Barry M holographic toppers. I love those. Got some of the Beauty Bay ones. Can't say I really reach for them that much. Bunch of ABH glitters. I got one there and I got a bunch at the back. But yeah, a lot of you know that glittery and sparkly things are my favourite, and I would just cover my whole person in them if I could, every day, at all times. I think there's some of the most beautiful products on the market. Some of these are shimmering glows and most of them are glittering glows. I'd probably use one of these every day if I could. They're just so stunning, but horrifically expensive. Although if it's just a big treat or you've got a special occasion, you just want like the perfect glitter for it, the Stila ones are just wonderful. This whole arm is just looking wonderful. Look at all the joy on this arm. I think right about here is a good time to end part one, just because I have been filming for ages and we've still got quite a lot to go through, including on my eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, every single person. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see palettes, skincare, new in, all that kind of stuff, make sure to stay tuned for part 2. That will be my next video. So please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe so you don't miss part 2, and leave me a comment down below. Tell me what the favourite thing is in my collection that you have seen thus far, and I hope I'll catch you on the flip side for part 2.